Hello, my name is Darleen Blue Hall. I have been playing tackle football for 10 seasons now. I just finished my 10th season. I started in the year 2000 with the New York Sharks. I played for them for 5 seasons. I moved to Portland, Oregon. I played for them for 4 seasons. I am now currently with the Chicago Force. I just finished my 10th season with them, and I don't know how many seasons I have left, but I'm going to keep going until my body basically stops. I think it's an amazing sport. I've played with incredible athletes across the country. I feel very fortunate to have played for several teams and several organizations who have in mind that they're just trying to build something for the future of women's football. I got my nickname Blue when I played for the Sharks. It's actually not that exciting of a story. At the time when I joined the Sharks, my entire head was dyed blue. So they just kind of pointed me out and were like, we'll call that one Blue, and it just kind of stuck. And actually, the very first time I was called Blue was my very first game in 2000. We went to Oklahoma City, and I wasn't a starter at the time. I was actually second string free safety, which it was kind of funny that I got that position because you kind of need to know what you're doing when you're at free safety. And I didn't really know that much about football when I started. But we were ahead, and I got to go in with 2 minutes left, and somebody threw a bad pass, and I got an interception. And ever since that play, that's when I kind of got the nickname Blue. And I felt like that moment I was kind of accepted by all of my teammates and the players who had played flag for so many years. I just love the color. See, that's kind of a boring answer, but actually I think blue is a very complicated color. I don't think it kind of goes with a lot of different moods. It can be cool, it can be collected, it can be sad, but you see like that bright blue sky, it makes you happy. So I think it's a very versatile color that can kind of speak to my versatile nature. I'm a writer. Writing I think is my truest voice. I'm definitely more of a silent person. You ask anyone that's played with me, I'm pretty quiet out there. They always talk about, you have all the people that kind of talk their talk on the field. I try to just talk with my pads. You don't want to say too much because if you can't back it up, you're in trouble. But no, so I've been writing for a long time. It was a big part of who I was growing up. I kind of had a rough childhood, and I just wrote everything down in my journals and wrote my stories and lived in kind of my imaginary world, and it kind of got me through a lot of tough times. And then when I moved to New York City, I started a women's open mic, and I produced it for 4 years, and that kind of helped me stand in front of someone and say, here I am, I'm a writer, and try to really start kind of living true to that aspect of myself. Been working on a novel named Blue, but actually it was called Blue before I was called Blue. So it didn't actually come from my nickname, and it's actually spelled the way the French spell it, so it's a little different. I've been working on it a long time. I need to finish it. I've been kind of procrastinating, and I think my move to Chicago will kind of hold some key things for me in my writing. I'm looking forward to applying to a master's study in writing and finally finishing that. And also there's a lot of new works that I need to write. I actually lost my mother a couple of years ago in 2007. Actually, it was in the middle of the season, and I actually finished the season a week after she passed away and played my last 2 games. That's how important she was to me, but also how, I had to finish my season for her, and so I have a lot of writing about her that I need to do. So I've been playing football for about 10 years now, and mostly been playing outside linebacker, which I love. It's all about defense. It's all about making that big hit, and I guess I have a lot of favorite moments. Winning the championship against the Austin Outlaws is very big up there, especially that we dedicated that season to Sharon. And one of my favorite moments would be when I intercepted the ball and ran it back for 80 yards against Philadelphia. That was fun. And actually, there was a game in Portland I was extremely proud of. I think it's one of my best games ever, because we were playing against Corvallis, and I was playing outside linebacker, and I was actually a backup running back. And into the second quarter, both of our running backs got hurt, and I had to go in and go both ways. And Corvallis is a really hard-hitting team. They're very physical, and it was a very physically draining game for me. And I was literally just peeling myself off after every play and dragging myself back to the huddle and starting each play, trying to just get through the game. And it was scoreless going into the fourth quarter. And there was probably, we were making this drive with 4 minutes left, and we finally got down within the 10-yard line. And I scored the only touchdown of the game, and only because I did not want to go into overtime. I knew that if we went into overtime, I was done. So that whole drive was about, I do not want to go into overtime, and it was a pretty exciting moment for me, because it was actually the only game that I got offensive. I got the offensive game ball that game, and I never expected in my career playing football that I would get offensive MVP. So there's been a great many moments playing this sport, and I feel every day that I walk out on that field with all that gear on, I love it, and I feel extremely fortunate to be able to have the opportunity to do this. And I'm doing this and breaking my body, every season, and we all do this just for a future in women's football. So there's no question to that little girl, age 7, age 8, that there will be some place for them to play after 18 to play women's tackle football.